Okay, thank you for giving that prayer.
You're welcome.
I wanted to wait until I started the broadcast to thank you, so we knew that we had it.
So it's on record, yes.
It's on record that we did have a prayer. So, how's everybody feeling about the about lesson? And we're talking lesson
4.
Lesson 4. Probabilities. Somehow I made it a lot harder than it needed to be at first, and then once it finally clicked, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so easy.
Mm-hmm. That's the way I felt about it too. Yeah.
I think when I first started doing it, I was looking at it as more fractions, right? So I was trying to figure out, okay, so there's a number missing, instead of saying, oh, just add them all up and it has to be 100, so whatever's.
Right.
It took me a lot longer to do the first 3 questions until I realized I was doing it wrong.
It clicked with me too, finally.
Yeah, so that's nice. So does anybody have any specific concerns or anything that they want to talk about, that somebody else can help them with, if somebody other than me probably don't understand something, or they're, need a little help on something, or does everybody feel pretty comfortable with the material?
I feel comfortable with the exception. They mentioned a formula for the standard, what was it? Standard deviation.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, the mean of a random variable and the standard deviation of random or discrete random variables. And then I saw nothing in the information, so maybe it's coming up in lesson 5, but they spent an awful lot of time on it, so I hope it comes up in an academic setting and not in an exam setting.
The standard deviation, yeah, we do that a lot. I think it might be in the next lesson though.
Okay.
Yeah, it comes up in 5.
Oh, okay, good.
I have.
So we'll have that for Thursday. And the good thing is Sister Lemon will be on the call, will be on with us. So
that's right. Good.
That'll be good. Okay.
It's actually so in the videos or whatever, they talk about the variance and stuff. And for me, I wasn't really getting it until I actually drew out the map and did the variance and the standard deviation. Once I drew it out, it became a lot easier for me, and I actually understood it. So I can't remember what lesson it is because I do all my lessons on the same day. So, but I don't know if it's this lesson or next one. But that's something I would do if you can't visualize that thing. The writing it down really helped.
I think that is lesson 5. That's a good tip.
Yeah, once I wrote it down, I 100% got it. It made perfect sense.
Okay, good to know.
And I can't find my notes though. I don't know where they went.
Should we dive in with our
quiz?
Let's go to the quiz.
Should I go ahead and start reading? Oh, the first 2. Number 1, true. Number 2, true. Okay, number 3. Should I just start reading?
Yes.
Information. While you are required to work together on this quiz, each member of the group must submit his or her own answers in order to receive credit. Note, give all your probability answers as decimals. For example, 1,234 10,000s. Is that right? Tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Oh, I got that one. Do not give probability answers as percents. Use the following information to answer the next 3 problems. Human blood can be classified into one of our basic types, O, AB, and AB. The proportion of people in the population of the United States with each of these blood types is summarized in the following table. Okay, O is a proportion of 45%, A is 40%, B is 11%, and AB is 4%. Okay, so question 3. The blood types and the proportions given in the table above define a probability distribution. I would say true.
Okay, yeah.
It does equal 1
And
or
that's
100.
because if you add it all up, it comes to 1 or 100, however you're looking at it. And that's
Right.
a probability distribution. It has to equal 1.
Yeah.
45 and 40, 11 and 4. So that comes to 101.
Okay, good. Why don't I continue with question 4? What is the probability, because since it's easy, what is the probability that a randomly selected person in the United States has type O blood round to 2 decimal places? Looks like it would be about 45% or 45 hundredths. Does that sound about right?
Yep, you have to write it as 0.45.
So 45 hundredths.
So 0.45 is what we write.
Oh, yeah, oh, I see. Oh, I got you. Yeah,
Okay.
got it. Well, so far it's easy, so why don't I keep going since I'm getting all the easy ones? Oh. What is the probability that a randomly selected person will not have type O blood round to 2 decimal places? It looks like
0.55, which is the opposite of the, is the other.
the inverse, yeah.
If you can get it for 0.4. If you can have O for 0.45, then that means the difference to 1 or 100 is 0.55, right?
Yeah, it would be minus 1 or 1 minus the probability of X, right?
Right.
Okay. Why don't I continue?
Hey, you're on a roll.
Yeah, I know, and it's glad we're doing the easy ones. Use the following information to answer the next 2 questions. Carolyn Willis and her colleagues conducted a study in which dogs were trained to detect bladder cancer. The dogs were trained to lie down next to a specimen derived from a bladder cancer patient. Tangle, one of the dogs, demonstrated the identification of a specimen. 7 bowls containing urine were lined up in a random order. 6 of the samples were from patients who did not have bladder cancer. 1 of the samples came from a person identified as a bladder cancer patient. Question 6. If the dogs guess at random, what is the probability that they will correctly identify the dish containing the specimen from the bladder cancer patient? I would say 1 out of
7, right?
7 is 143 thousandths.
Yeah, 0.14, right?
Right.
Yeah.
0.1143.
Yeah.
Well, are we supposed to just round to 2 places?
3.
Or more? 3?
On this one, 3.
Okay.
So
So
it'd be
143.
okay.
0.143.
143.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I'll just continue. In a combined total of 54 trials, the dogs correctly identified the specimen from the cancer patient 22 times. It is very unlikely that the dog would do this well by random chance alone. Which of the following statements is most appropriate? Looks like the first one. This provides strong evidence that dogs can detect bladder cancer.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's almost 50%. It's 50% of the time. So, well, a little less than 50% of the time.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Any questions so far? Should I just keep going?
Yeah, no, that's good. You're good.
Go ahead. Yeah,
Does
we don't
anybody
mind.
want to review on any of the questions so far?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Righty. Use the following information to answer the next 3 questions. M&Ms are small chocolate candies. The M&Ms website previously indicated that in the United States, the distribution of the colors in a bag of plain M&Ms is given in the following table. Brown is 13%, yellow is 14%, red is 13%, blue is 24%, orange is 20%, and green on mine, it looks like it's scratched out.
Mine too.
That's obviously going to be one of the questions. Question 8. If you reach into a bag of plain M&Ms, what is the probability of drawing a red-colored candy? I just read that. It was 13%, or 0.13.
Yeah.
Does that look like a...
My mouse stopped.
Any dissension on 1300s? Okay.
And then the next one's, I got 0.16.
I concur.
I do too.
Yeah, same here.
All right, I'm sorry. Can we talk that one out?
Yeah. So what you do is you just take 1 and then subtract the brown, yellow, red, blue, and orange, and whatever is left over would give you the probability of the green. That's how I did it.
Yeah.
That's how I did it too.
Yeah.
Because all of them have to equal 1 or 100%, and it came to, what was it, 84?
Okay.
And so 100 minus 84 is 16.
Yep. I was just doing it the other way, so that's why. Like I was getting to 84, and then I'm like, okay, trying to figure it out. So.
Oh, right.
Right. It's 86 minus. It's 100 minus 86. So I just got. Okay, got it. Thank you.
And then we answered number 10 just by having that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So,
0.84, right?
right.
Or yes.
Does someone else want to read 10 or 11?
Yeah, I can. The ACT scores of students admitted to medium-sized public university in the Western United States were taken from capex.com. The following summary statistics were calculated. Question 11. Half of the observations are less than or equal to what number? 24. Right? Or is it?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the average.
And it's 24.
Based on the information on the table above, the top 25% of the students scored above what number?
That's the Q3, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
27?
Yeah, 27.
Does it all make sense for everyone?
Yeah.
The top 25 is Q3.
Pretty easy with the charts right there.
Okay, but so the top 25 is Q3?
Yeah, so Q3 is higher than 75%.
Highest.
So it'd be the
Higher than
top
75%.
25.
All right, see, it's the play on words that always gets me.
Yeah. It's always the math problems, not the actual numbers.
Right. It's so crazy to me. Okay.
And then which of the following statements is not one of the 3 rules of probability? I think it's the third one.
All right, that's kind of a rule, but it's not it's not one of the probability rules.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Because you've got to have, it's interesting because I kept reading the rules 1 and 2 and then 3, 1 and 2 and 3. I'm like, well, 3 kind of sounds like 1 and 2. And then later on in the reading or somewhere, it was like 3 is kind of a combination of 1 and 2. I was like, okay, then that made me feel better because that's what I was feeling until I got to that point. Anybody else got that too?
Yep.
Yeah.
I wasn't that intellectually advanced, but
So that one was number 3, right?
3, yes.
Right. Okay,
I'll
who's
go ahead and submit.
Yep. %.
Yay.
Thank goodness, because I got an 80 on the last one, and I was like, oh, that was stupid, and I realized what I did wrong, and I took it again, and then I put an extra 0 in, so I still only got an 80% on the second page. Oh, I'm like, how is that possible? I knew all the answers except for the one that I knew I made the mistake on, and I knew I did it right the second time, but then I put an extra 0 in somewhere, and I was like, ugh.
I know I've done that too. It's very frustrating.
Yes, it is.
Well, we whizzed through that one compared to the other two.
Let's hope this Thursday is that impressive to Sister Lemon.
Yeah.
Well, I think what's so easy is with this one, all the answers are right there in the charts, right? So you just have to look at the chart.
Yeah, this was.
You have to figure it out. Like one of them had like, you know, right in front of you. So you just, and that's where I get lost. I'm like, it can't be that easy. I have to try and calculate something. It's math.
I concur. It's pretty obvious when it's right there.
Right. And then you go, oh, wait, no, it really is that easy. Yeah. Oh, okay.
After all, this is a math class.
After all, right. So I should be in tears.
Exactly.
Don't worry. We get to do a lot of math on lesson 5.
Oh, goody.
Now, Nikki, how did you do with the last lesson with you giving birth and everything? Or did you have to like just miss some stuff?
She gave me extensions, which was really nice. So I got through the homework, but I need to go through the whole lesson because it just kind of lost me. So I need to sit down for a day or two and go over the lesson because all the like the box plots and stuff like that I got really confused on. So
were you able to log in later to our last group meeting so you could see the video?
Yeah, thankfully, yeah. So thank you guys for posting that. So that worked out perfect. So I was able to do that, and then I was able to see the group lesson and then did the group quiz and stuff.
Right. And then don't forget they have the tutors. So if you needed to kind of, because you're cramming and trying to catch up, maybe now's a good time to use a tutor. Just a suggestion if you need to.
Yeah, I like that suggestion because for the last one, it was just a lot of information.
It was. And I can't imagine going back and trying to catch up. So
yeah.
No, but the problem is with this type of a concept, right, you have to build one on top of the other. So if you don't get into concept in lesson 3, you'll be lost in lesson 6.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, it's not like English.
The videos that they post, that I think that professor that kind of just throws up all the questions and goes through them on the whiteboard. At least for me, for lesson 5, that was really helpful. I didn't notice that until lesson 5, and I'm glad I did because you're able to walk through all of your homework and everything with it. It makes a lot of sense.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
I did that with lesson 3 as well. I've enjoyed the videos. I mean, if it was something that I had already gotten, I just will move forward until it's a part that I needed.
Yeah. Where are these located at? Like where the prep?
On the page where you get your homework or the preparation for the group meeting, it'll have the videos kind of listed right there too.
Okay.
They're in the textbook too.
Yes.
And in the top right-hand corner. And I'll take it. Sometimes, like when he finishes everything on the board, I stop it. I take a picture of it. So with my phone, so I can go back later and kind of like see how he did it to get the answer.
Yeah.
So
okay. Wonderful. Thank you guys.
And I do that with the snipping tool if anybody uses that too.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Nick, can you think of anything that any of the questions that we could help you with now? Are you to that point?
Not right now. I'll probably have to go back through and look at it, and then maybe our next meeting or so, if there is, if you guys wouldn't mind.
Oh no,
not at all. And I really encourage everybody to kind of look over the material for the first couple lessons, like right up until 5. And if there's anything that you're really struggling with, Sister Lemon will be on the line with us on Thursday. So she really, she'll really be the expert on that since James won't be here, who's our resident expert. She will.
The one meeting I missed, the teachers the professors on the video.
Well, the part that you help with us, James, is because you work ahead more than the rest of us, so you can kind of give us a preview.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just the way your schedule works. Okay, so we're done?
Yep.
I think we are.
All right.
See you guys.
All right. Have a great week. On Thursday.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.